In late 2025, President Donald Trump escalated claim about urban violence into threats of military and immigration enforcement action, zeroing in on cities like Chicago and Baltimore. Operation Midway Blitz, officially launched by the Department of Homeland Security, is one of the enforcement campaigns targeting so-called sanctuary cities. Chicago is at the center. Federal agents have been deployed. ICE activity increased. And talk of the National Guard or even active military duty has been floated around. He says some people are born criminals, and we know who he's talking about because he didn't hide it.
They're hardcore. They're not going to be good. In 10 years, in 20 years, in 2 years, they're going to be criminals. They were born to be criminals, frankly. They were born to be criminals.
And I guess people in the mafia learn to be criminals in preschool. And bikers learn to cook meth in elementary school, huh? It's funny how white crime gets ignored, but when it's us, we're born criminals. And since you're a convicted felon, where did you learn to be a criminal? We know you didn't learn anything in school, so you must have learned it from your grandfather who was a pimp. Y'all created those neighborhoods. You guys created crime in all these cities. Okay, but this is their excuse, folks. They have been using this same game plan their whole life. Talk about black crime and use it as an excuse to be racist. We see it all the time. But see, local leaders, including Illinois Governor J.B. Pritzker and Chicago Mayor Brandon Johnson, have condemned these moves as unconstitutional and fear-mongering.
I guess I should say thank you for the compliment. He has absolutely no right and no legal ability to send troops in to the city of Chicago. The Nazis in Germany in the 30s tore down a constitutional republic in just 53 days. It does not take much, frankly, and we have a president who seems hell-bent on doing just that.
Today saying if President Trump wants to help make Chicago safer, he can start by releasing the funds for anti-violence programs that have been critical to our work to drive down crime and violence. Sending in the National Guard would only serve to destabilize our city and undermine our public safety efforts.
But they did this so that when they come to harm our communities, others will feel no sympathy. But it's sad because this man is calling other people born criminals. His grandfather was a pimp. His daddy was a criminal. How you think he rose to the top? And he's a convicted felon and rumored to be a pedo. Look how happy and excited these natural-born criminals look. It's pathetic and disgusting. Maryland Governor Wes Moore said this is dog whistle politics. This is worse than dog whistle politics, okay? This is seen as part of a broader setup, a narrative crafted over years painting black communities as naturally violent so they can have extreme enforcement. And it'll become acceptable and people would have no sympathy. And most dumb Americans have fallen for this trick. Just like they taken that isolated incident in Charlotte with that Ukraine girl and turn it into a political circus, okay? But what do you say to numbers? In Chicago, violent crime has declined. Homicides in 2025 in Chicago were down compared to previous years, and many neighborhoods show improvement in safety.
The latest crime statistics from the Chicago Police Department show an apparent drop in violent crime citywide in the month of July. CPD reports 44 July homicides, which is down 35% from July of last year. So far this year, the department reports a total of 237 homicides. That's down 32% over the first 7 months of 2024. It is the lowest number of homicides at this point in the year since 2014.
But the media won't present that. The media won't show that. That will not be the narrative because they want to pump fear. That's how they keep you dumb Americans in check, with fear, and you fall for it every goddamn time. What is wrong with y'all? When a white suspect commit a crime, mass shootings, campus attacks, extreme acts, the media don't frame it a certain way. They go right to their mental illness, ideology, or gun access. It become about that. It don't become about white men, white women. Skin color has nothing to do with it when that happens. Yeah, and now we got all these young men on social media acting like they're tough, acting like they can take on the military because they're young and dumb. And who built that? Who gave these men guns? Who put drugs in the black community? Who controls all community? The mafia control, organized crime control, most of the crime in the black communities. But you don't see that. All you see is the criminal carjacking the car. But you know who he's taking that car to? Organized crime sent him out there. But on the news, you just see the black man. So they can isolate this, and this is fear-mongering at its highest. It's not even a conspiracy anymore. It's a pattern of rhetoric for an excuse to kill black people. This is why they want to do it. They want to deploy federal troops in the cities to harm black people. So all you young black men out there talking tough, stop it. What is wrong with you? You can't take on the military. You don't have tanks. You don't have bombs. You don't have grenades. You'll get all your family killed. And that's what they want. Because this is what they do overseas in the Middle East. Okay, they paint certain people criminals and they'll say so-and-so is in this section, and they'll just drop a bomb and they'll kill everybody, all the innocent people and everybody. These people are killers. Okay, how you think America was built? On crime, on murder. Okay, this is nothing new. The only difference is now the power of the media, they know how to paint the other people as the criminals while they do all the crime. They're born criminals. Like you, Donald Trump, you are a born criminal, okay? 3 generations in, and no telling what your family did before they got to this country. They probably was on the run, okay? Probably got kicked out of those other countries. So you are the criminal, Donald Trump. It's just like how they let that man out, that man with mental health issues. Either he worked for the government or the government knew letting him out, they probably programmed him to kill while he was locked up in the mental institution. So just like these young black men, they're programmed to think, okay, we'll do something. Now, even if they don't do anything, it would be like what they used to do with them dumbass Crips and Bloods. This is what they used to do. Whenever Crips and Bloods stopped fighting and killing each other, they would go arrest one of them, or he might have did something, he'd get arrested, and they tell him, we'll cut your time down, or we want you to go do this to start a war between the Crips and the Bloods. This is what they used to do. And so if in Chicago, all they need to do is find one black man, one dumb young black man, and all he has to do is punch or shoot at one military person. All it takes is one dummy to do that, and now they got an excuse to kill everybody. And this is how they do it. They've been doing this, folks, for over 2,000 years. These are very violent, dangerous people. They don't care anything about anybody. And it just keeps repeating and repeating. And you guys know it.